Hello, this is OldCrowBalthazor, and welcome to Balthazar's Strategic Arcana. So I'm happy to announce that I am going to be producing with a whole bunch of other YouTubers and other players a 10-player multiplayer match of Field of Glory Empires. So we're going to do a little map walkthrough. I'll introduce you to who's going to be playing. We're going to be doing the Grand Campaign 310 before Common Era. We're going to be playing on Experience. Let's go. This is just a sample here. This is single player. I'm not actually going to be playing. I'll tell you what country I'm going to pick. And we'll go through the map. I'll show you where everybody's going to be starting. I am recording this a long time before you guys watch this. Because we're going to be banking a lot of content. It'll be interesting. We use Discord to communicate and stuff like that. We're also going to be using Discord in lieu of the in-game chat for, doing diplomatic secret squirrels or deals or whatever, right? Pretty awesome. It's a WeGo game if anyone doesn't know. So everybody's got to input their turn. Once everybody's done, everybody gets a turn. We have it set so if anyone doesn't pull a turn within 3 days, the AI will take over their country. They can come back and play their country again, like if they're gone or something like that. I think 3 times before it goes under AI control. Now we all are striving to do at least 1 turn a day, but with 10 people, everybody, has got something going on. You just never know. There's a wolf at the door or whatever. Modern life. The 3 crowns that I played with Tanaka, or playing with Tanaka and Game of Colonel, was an experiment. See if we wanted to do this. And me and the Colonel and Tanaka, we always want to have a lot more people. So I'm going to be picking Pontus. So let's go find it. Here it is, right here. So this is Pontus right here. I'm going to go read this real quick. It's a Hellenic state. These settings here are for single player, but in a way that does guide you how difficult this is going to be. It goes up to 5 stars interest. So we'll give you some context here. Pontus established itself as an independent kingdom in 302 before Common Era. It survived defeat by Antigonus and managed to drive off a Seleucid invasion in 280 BCE. After this, it slowly expanded in Asia Minor. It had fluctuating relationships with its neighbors. Called upon by the kingdom of Bosporus to help against the steppe nomads, Pontus absorbed it entirely. That's up in the north, and we'll look at that later. Originally allied with Rome, it even sent a small force to help in the Third Punic War. All the way to Carthage, But the emergence of Mithridates the 6th changed this. He started by making gains at the expense of Armenia and was able to expand to Bithynia as Rome was absorbed in the Civil War and a major revolt in Spain. In 89 BCE, invaded Asia Minor and Greece, pretending to be delivered to Hellenes from Roman rule, but was forced to abandon his gains in 85 before Common Era. This led to further wars and a complete Roman victory by 64 BCE. After this, the southern half of the kingdom was absorbed to the Roman province of Bithynia and Pontus, but client kings changed some independence. I missed something there. Client kings retained some independence to the north of the Black Sea to 62 BCE. Gameplay. Your main challenges are powerful neighbors and an empty treasury. However, Pontus is interesting as you have so many opportunities to expand while you can emerge as the main power in the Black Sea region. Your best chance may come if either the Antigonus or Seleucids start to collapse. You have the Hellene Soter modifier. We'll look at that. That will favor conquests of Hellenic regions, but will penalize you once you expand to other foreign regions. Equally, at the start, you will soon gain access to pirates, and these can be very valuable, looting and earn you much needed income. Yeah, the Pontic pirates. That's independent of any navy that I might build. Here's the modifiers right here. It's a Hellenic tradition, so there are Hellenes, even though there's indigenous people in the area. That have been there a lot longer. These people are Hellenic tradition. These people have particular skills in construction and building from its ancient Hellenic roots. Being part of the army is often restricted to citizens. In addition to that, all these nations get 9 extra buildings thematic to their Hellenes ethnicity. These buildings are mostly focused on generating extra culture or legacy and fighting off decadence, allowing a possible gameplay style where you can win without having to forge a large empire on the map. And there's some bonuses there. They're also shipbuilders. These people are known for the expert shipwrights and naval construction tradition. That's something I really like. And there's bonuses here and everything. Okay. Hellene Soter. Now, this is really interesting. Hellene Soter. I might be butchering that. The rulers of this nation consider they are the savior of all Hellenes. Wherever they are, Hellenes are Greeks. A conquered region with a majority of Hellenes won't have a temporary production penalty nor any decadence from conquest, contrary to the usual. Conversely, they are often harsh to foreign populations and will gain more decadence from conquest. So we got to be careful with that. Skip pacification, more decadence from conquest. Low military expertise, either a lack of interest or a weak tradition in military matters, makes this nation, the minimalist army, not very good at martial skills. So there's some penalties. Monarchy. The monarchy is ruled by a king with some form of government for counseling. The military is often well trained and ready to go to war. Now that's the opposite of what I just read there. So they probably zero each other out. See, bonus of 10 XPs when a unit is created. Penalty of 10 XPs when a unit is created. So they nullify each other out. Interesting. All these nations in this game, a lot of them are really unique and are just slightly a little different. Okay, and yeah, so let's go ahead and hit OK, and then we'll go take a look at the map. I'll show you the interesting thing here. Pontus, yeah, we've already looked at this. I could have just went to this screen, I guess. Well, got to see the bonuses. Now, my first LP of this game, I played Colchis, which is a neighbor, which is another interesting state, and it's going to be a neighbor. Well, it is a neighbor here for a while. But we'll discuss things. I've got powerful enemies, though. All right, so here's Pontus. So before we look at Pontus, I mentioned that we got 10 players, so I'm going to go way out on the map. So we'll start over here and we'll work our way east. So we're going to, there's going to be someone named Cervos, who's known as Surters on YouTube. He's going to be playing the Belgae here. And so he's surrounded by a lot of independents, mostly Celts. I think over here Germans, and then there's some established Celtic states. So that's where Cervos, that's his game name here, is going to be. And then we have someone named Hellsen. Now Hellsen has been around for a long time. He is a YouTuber, but he said he's going to put his point of view on Twitch, so he won't be in sync with the other YouTubers. We'll probably have things in sync. I'll talk about that in a second. He's going to do Twitch, so it'll probably be a lot sooner than when you can watch our production. Anyway, Hellsen knows Tanaka. They used to play, they've gone back decades. They used to play like War in the Pacific Admirals edition, I believe, and quite a few other games, so it's pretty cool. They recognize each other on the Game of the Colonel's Discord. Game of the Colonel set up a Discord so we can manage the coordinate with this game. So anyway, he's going to be playing Rome. And if we go on out, so that'll be interesting. Rome starts in not the best position here. It's just the early republics, 300 BC. So it's not the Rome that you know and love on the movies. No, it's early Rome. So Tanaka is going to play Carthage, and he likes playing Carthage, and he's played Carthage before. He says he knows how to play Carthage. And Carthage is interesting. It's they're Semitic. They originally came from Phoenicia, and they established this trading empire, a pretty strong navy, I believe. So they have a foothold in Sicily, Sardinia, or Sardis is what this is called. Looks like there's independent Sards here. Oh yeah, that's an old population. They've been there for God knows well how long. So anyway, they got outposts over here in ancient Iberia, which is Spain, and ancient Tingitania, which is Mauritania. Down here at Leptis. So there is that. So that's where Tanaka is going to be. The next state is a fellow named RitoDorito, and he's going to be playing Epirus, which is going to be interesting. Anyone knows heard of Pyrrhic Victory? Pyrrhus, is it Pyrrhus? Pyrrhus of Epirus, the king. He fought the Romans over here, and yeah, he won a victory over the Romans, but it was so devastating they never really recovered. So he's going to be playing here. But it'll be an interesting situation because he's next to a very strong Diadochi state. These are one of the successor states after Alexander died, who died about 10 years before, or 20. So his generals are contending over here. Next is Sparta. Not the Sparta yet, you know, before the Alexander. It's after Alexander's dead. So it's kind of a faded glory, but they're still strong, and Game of Thrones is going to be playing Sparta. So it'll be interesting to see what he's going to be able to do with this one territory. It looks like there's an independence here. The Antigonids got a foothold here. And there's a bunch of Greek city-states with strong walls. So I was just looking at what he's got. Yeah, barracks, King's Palace. Well, yeah, military academy. That's a level 3 building. That's a powerful building. Next will be the Athenae, which is the city of Athens. Will be played by Wilco. So he's going to have a neighbor. And here's Athens. Just go look at this. They got the Acropolis, large walls. Just looking at the military, so a trade port. That's a level 3 building. Mineral vein, shipyard. Holy smokes. So the Greek states are trying to break their yoke from Macedonia, and they do get their independence here. Whether they can keep it, I don't know. The Antigonids are interested in all the Diadochi states, Macedonia, Ptolemaic Egypt, the Antigonids, the Seleucids, and the Lycomaicos. They all want to inherit Alexander's empire and unite it all. I don't think that's going to be so easy. So anyway, there's an interesting dynamic going on here. These are AI controlled. We got it set on experience, so it's going to be a little tougher. But looks like there's room for expansion. It'll be interesting to see what they do. These are independent areas. The Ionian Islands is pirates here and stuff. I know about that. Okay, next, Dacia. So we're going to have another player playing Dacia. That's going to be RektAngel. I played Dacia just to learn how to play this game, and it's a really interesting place. They got unique buildings like these hill forts and stuff. Totally surrounded by Celtic independence and other groups. Celtics, Celts, the Getae, and then they have close neighbors here, the Sarmatians, which are a pretty strong steppe confederation. All right. So we'll go on down next. Ptolemaic Egypt, which I'm playing now in my other match, the Three Crowns match with Tanaka and Game with the Colonel. And we're going to have Kuebelwagen. Now, Kuebelwagen has played the Colonel and plays a lot of strategic command, and he wanted to get in on this, and he couldn't decide what to pick, and he said, you know, I'm familiar with Egypt. He thought that was real interesting, so he's going to be playing here. Of course, I'm going to be playing Pontus, as you can see. It's a pretty small state. It's got a real strong, extremely dangerous enemy. But you can see some dynamics here. I mean, this isn't necessarily a blood sport, this game. As a matter of fact, you can lose pretty quick. So I think diplomacy is going to be real important. Well, I know it's going to be important, especially amongst player characters. So, you know, could be a potential ally of mine. Do not know. But it depends on what these three monsters here do to each other. They're prone to break apart, but they're also prone to get so powerful they'll roll over anything, so we got to be careful. And then last but not least is Taxman, who just started a YouTube channel, and he retired, and he said he wanted to do a YouTube channel. I told him about a year or two ago. I said, yeah, if you ever you ever want to do it, contact me. And I thought, oh, you know, people always ask about that, what's it like doing YouTube. And then I never hear from me. Well, Taxman says, hey, I'm retired. I want to do YouTube. So I helped him get set up with a channel. So he's going to play in the Maria Indian in India here. This is India. So Maria is really interesting too because at this time period there's a protege of Alexander the Great called Chandragupta. And later on there'll be in this dynasty will be Asoka, who creates the Mauryan Empire, and he converts to Buddhism. So pretty interesting here. So countryside here, these are Greeks. Bactria, this is where Afghanistan is. So anyway, that's where Taxman is going to be. So I don't want to make this too long, but since we're talking about Pontus, I'm going to be playing Pontus. We can look at a couple things. Now remember, I want to see what kind of cultures we got here. Let's see here. That's political. Ethnicities. Yeah, so you can see the blue areas here are kind of primarily Greek. See up here in Obia, it's Greek for Hellene. Bosphorus Kingdom, these are Caucasians. So anyway, there's that. Looking at provinces, we want to create provinces. Well, if I want to expand, I'm going to be getting either into the Antigonids or Paphlagonians, or go this way. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I mean, I got to be really careful. I got a very weak army. Let's go look at this real quick. Yeah, this is my capital. So I do start with a province. Yeah, I got a governor's palace, got a king's palace, a harbor. So it's not very well developed. No, in the army. Well, I've got chariots, war chariots. How archaic. Lydian archers. Now I do know that I can build Pontic archers, and they're tough. So the area is rich in minerals and stuff, especially over here and over here. But Armenia is real tough. The Iberia can be real meddlesome. So can Colchis. But one thing I have that a lot of the nations around here don't have is I can raise pirates, and that will be interesting. It looks like I already have objectives here, but that's random. So I don't know when I start the play by email game or the multiplayer game. So anyway, that is about it. Since this is just an announcement, because my first turn, I'm actually going to go dive deep. First turn probably kind of a little bit long, even though there's not a lot to do. I got to plan things out. So, but that's for episode 1. So anyway, I hope you guys find this interesting. 10-player multiplayer game. Yeah. Too bad we couldn't do that with Strategic Command. Yeah, that would be awesome. So anyway, with that, this is OldCrowBalthazor. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the virtual battlefields. I am gone.